China panicked, U.S. Navy joins Singapore Navy conducting operations in South China Sea. The Republic of Singapore Navy Formidable-class frigate RSS Supreme steams alongside the U.S. Navy Lewis and Clark-class dry cargo and ammunition ship USNS Carl Brashear during a replenishment at sea. The U.S. Navy routinely conducts cooperative operations with partner nations throughout the Indo-Pacific region. The Formidable-class multi-role stealth frigates are the latest surface platforms to enter into service with the Republic of Singapore Navy, and are multi-mission derivatives of the French Navy's Lafayette-class frigate. The Formidable class have a significantly reduced profile than the Lafayette class and its other derivatives, due to the smaller superstructure and the use of enclosed sensor mast technology. 9th, the frigate is also constructed entirely of steel, unlike the Lafayette class, which makes extensive use of weight-saving composite structures in its aft superstructure block. The frigates are equipped with Boeing Harpoon missiles and Otto Melara 76mm guns for surface defense. The Harpoon missile has a range of 130 kilometers and uses active radar guidance. It is armed with a 227 kilograms warhead. There is space for as many as 24 Harpoon missiles at the center of the ship. The gun fires 6 kg shells to a maximum range of 30 km at a firing rate of up to 120 rounds per minute. Frigates are also equipped with the Edo Corporation active low-frequency towed sonar to enable long-range submarine detection and classification, as well as Eurotorp A244 or SMOD 3 lightweight torpedoes fired from two B515 triple-tube launchers hidden behind the bulwark. Frigates are equipped with Sikorsky S-70B naval helicopters, an international derivative of the United States Navy Sikorsky SH-60B Seahawk. The Ministry of Defense signed a contract with Sikorsky Aircraft Corporation in January 2005 to acquire 6 of these helicopters, which will be organic to the frigates. Of these naval helicopters are equipped with a Telephonics and APS-143 Ocean IX-band maritime surveillance and tracking radar, a L3 communications helicopter long-range active sonar or HELRAS dipping sonar, Eurotorp A244 or SMOD 3 torpedoes, and a Raytheon AAS-44 electro-optic system to provide infrared detection and tracking. The naval helicopters will be raised as a squadron in the Republic of Singapore Air Force and piloted by Air Force pilots, but the system operators will be from the Navy. USNS Carl Brashear is a Lewis and Clark-class dry cargo ship of the United States Navy. The contract to build Carl Brashear was awarded to General Dynamics's subsidiary National Steel and Shipbuilding Company of San Diego, California, on January 11, 2005. Her keel was laid down on November 2, 2007. The completed ship was delivered to the U.S. Navy on March 4, 2009. Lewis and Clark class of dry cargo ship is a class of 14 combat logistics force underway replenishment vessels operated by the United States Navy's Military Sealift Command. As part of military sealift commands, Naval Fleet Auxiliary Force, the ship's mission is to deliver ammunition, provisions, stores, spare parts, potable water and petroleum products to carrier battle groups and other naval forces, serving as a shuttle ship or station ship. Meanwhile, the risk of a military conflict between China and the US is higher than ever as communication channels between the country's armed forces have fallen largely silent, Chinese experts say. Wu Shiqin, the president of the National Institute for South China Sea Studies, said that with Beijing and Washington locked in a rivalry on multiple fronts, the political distrust that had built up between them had led to hundreds of Track 1 intergovernmental communication channels shutting down. According to a report about U.S. military presence in the Asia-Pacific region released by the Institute on Tuesday, communication between the U.S. and Chinese armies has been in sharp decline since 2018. Relations deteriorated after the U.S. withdrew its invitation for China to take part in a large-scale, multinational naval exercises, known as Rim of the Pacific, 2 years ago. The U.S. said it was in retaliation for the People's Liberation Army deploying missile systems and landing a bomber aircraft in the Spratly Islands in the South China Sea, the report said. In a tense face-off in September 2018, the USS Decatur, which was performing a freedom of navigation operation, came within 41 meters of the Lanzhou close to Gavin Reef, which China claims as its territory, according to the U.S. Navy, though Beijing accused the U.S. of taking provocative actions. Military conflicts have flared up from time to time, the two sides have prevented them from escalating, and communication channels have played a significant role in that. Conflicts include the Taiwan Strait crisis in the 1990s, when Beijing launched a series of missile tests in the waters surrounding the self-ruled island, and the 2001 mid-air collision of a US EP-3 Ares and a Chinese fighter jet near China's Hainan Island that resulted in a death of a Chinese pilot. Among the communication channels are a hotline between the two defense ministries and a dialogue mechanism for the two armies. Military officials from the two countries also meet unofficially at events like the annual Shangri-La Dialogue in Singapore, although this year's meeting had to be cancelled because of the COVID-19 pandemic. But as the tension between Beijing and Washington has grown, so have been the fears of a new Cold War. For the first time since the actual Cold War, 3 100,000-ton U.S. Navy aircraft carriers are now patrolling in the Pacific Ocean, while the U.S. Pacific Fleet said last month that all of its forward-deployed submarines were conducting operations in the Western Pacific.